are on our way to our next accommodation in Monopoli.
In this video, we're gonna explore Monopoli and Polignano, which are small cities that are situated near the seaside. So it's gonna be a coastal vibe. We made it to Monopoli and the apartment is beautiful. So this is a cool dining area.
Yes.
And then you have a small kitchen here and the stove. So here we have the bedroom, large bed, huge window. I think it has a balcony as well.
Yeah, there's a balcony. Very beautifully renovated.
Let's go upstairs now. This is a way bigger kitchen than the other one, but I don't think we'll use this one, to be honest. The one that's downstairs is enough.
This is really nice.
Yeah. And now the best part, I haven't seen the actual views.
Come on.
With, sound loungers. We can sunbathe. And you have a view.
This is as big as the bedroom downstairs and the bathrooms. Let's unpack quickly and let's go grab some food somewhere.
Yeah.
So the plan was to go here in Monopoli on the seaside for a meal. There was a really nice beach next door. The plan would have been perfect. Sadly, it became all of a sudden very windy and very cloudy and almost stormy looking like. Also, the restaurant was full, so there was no room for us. I'll get the car keys and we'll drive 5 minutes out of Monopoli down south on the coast. I found a really good restaurant a while back.
With better reviews than this one.
Much better reviews, incredible views from where the restaurant was. We did get to see a bit of a glimpse of Monopoli Old Town, which makes us both very excited for tonight. That's where we'll go for a walk, for some gelato, for dinner, and obviously for sightseeing. What a beautiful spot for a restaurant here.
Yeah, they have a private beach as well, and the water is so blue. It's so beautiful. I really bet that in high season, this place is super packed.
My tuna was amazing.
One of the best fish I've had ever, honestly. And such beautiful views. From where you're sitting, you also get to see the old town and the seaside. It's amazing.
Let's just say our plans may have to change a little bit. Hopefully within the hour, the skies will clear and the rain will stop. But for now, it's a Puccia, which is one of these sort of buns, and inside just mortadella, provolone, and some olive oil. Absolutely delicious. And for €6 only. If you're in Monopoli, this place is Buon Gustaio. For a quick snack, a quick little sandwich, it takes 5 minutes.
looks creepy.
Yeah, this is the harbor.
Oh my god, it's so dark.
Wow.
I just got the chills.
What do you think of this setting?
It looks super creepy. I mean, we were the only ones here.
So for what it's worth, behind Laura, well, it's literally the sea, like 5 meters away. These are the walls of the old town.
Wow, looks like Croatia.
It does look a bit like Dubrovnik, doesn't
Yeah.
it? We are literally across the Adriatic from Dubrovnik.
Oh, lol, okay.
So like we are as close to Dubrovnik we could be from Italy.
Okay. I have to say I'm a bit sad because it's kind of been raining all day today and we didn't get to see Monopoli at its best.
Yeah.
Tomorrow our plan is to go to Polignano Mare and see the seaside over there, and the town is supposed to be very beautiful. And then we'll go back to Monopoli and explore the town, the old town again, and hopefully we'll get a bit of sun. Such a small town and such an impressive square. This is one of the most beautiful old towns I've ever seen.
So as you can see behind us, we arrived in Polignano a Mare, which is about 15 minutes away from where we're staying in Monopoli. And it is a glorious, beautiful, kind of summer day.
Finally, yeah. I'm so happy. We arrived at the first viewpoint. You can't actually see the beach, the famous beach from here, but then we're gonna go to the famous viewpoint and take a look at the beach.
Where we are right now, it's called the Pietra Piatta, which means basically the flat rock. And this is where you can get some incredible views.
Yeah.
And also, it's sort of a sunbathing spot.
And the water is so blue.
This spot is also known for its grottos. So you can pay something between 30 and 40 euros a person for a day trip on a boat where they'll take you around different grottos around here. And I think there's a few swimming spots as well. So if you are staying in Polignano, it is 100% worth it to do one of these trips.
Yeah, I wish we could do that, but we don't have time.
We did see a guy who was swimming down there, so you can obviously go from the beach quite a bit.
Look at that cool table over there. Oh my god, I wish you could have lunch over there. It's so cute.
All these viewpoints in Polignano are absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So what we have here today is, this one you've tasted a million times. It's nocciola dal Piemonte. That's hazelnuts from Piedmont. That's the area where Laura's mom and dad used to live for 8 years and years, and she's been there numerous times.
Yeah, like every summer.
And this one, pistachio with bits of raspberry.
Super intense flavor. Monachile.
This is what it looks like.
Okay, now for the crazy one. Somehow it really works.
That's it.
The flavors really work.
I don't think we've ever tasted the two together.
It's very good.
The beach here is free to come to. You just need to bring everything, basically, from your towels to food. There's no amenities really.
The beach is so beautiful, but for some reason they have a private area there with some artificial grass, which kind of ruins the whole vibe. I don't know. It doesn't look
Yeah, I don't
very.
really get it.
Yeah, it doesn't look natural at all. I don't know.
So this big bridge that we crossed over twice and we just went under, this was built almost 2,000 years ago by Emperor Trajanus. And back in the day, he built Via Traiana, which would connect Rome to Brindisi, which is a town, a port town close to Lecce. We'll get there at some point. And from Brindisi, the Roman legions would board the ships and basically go all over the world to conquer places. So the Roman legions would leave Rome, walk all the way to Brindisi and cross over this very bridge. Maybe go to this beach that we just went to? I don't know, potentially. But it's cool that all those legions used to cross this very place. For what it's worth, we drove into Polignano, Mare today because we had a car rented. But if you're in Bari or in Monopoli and you don't have a car, it's really easy to get here. You just go to the train station, you take a 15-minute train, it drops you off in Polignano, Mare, and in about a 10-minute walk, you're down at the beach. We only have a car for this trip because we're doing a longer loop around Puglia. But if we were to just do Bari, Polignano, Monopoli, there's absolutely no need to have a car, really.
And this way you can have some wine.
So we are back in Monopoli on our way for lunch.
Yeah, we accidentally stumbled on the main beach here. And it's really beautiful. It has actual sand.
It's like really beautiful
Yeah.
sand. I wouldn't say rustic, but it's very authentic.
Yeah.
There's no sunbeds anywhere, there's no umbrellas.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
people coming with their towels and just enjoying the beach.
Yeah, so free access. And you also have views of the old towers and also some cannons.
We are here now in Porto Antico in Monopoli, which, as the name says, is actually an ancient port. This is the oldest part of the town. So whereas the palace next to where we ate was built 300 years ago, and the castle we just went past is like 500 years old. This is actually 2,000 years old.
Oh, wow.
So all throughout the months of September and October in Monopoli, you have Fest, which is a photography festival. And you have these huge prints all over town of exhibitions, whether it's on the side walls of the castle right here, or even inside the palace where we had our food just a moment ago. Oh no, please let me in. How could I ever bypass this incredible security here? I do hope that back in the day the castle was a bit more secure than this. Because I really see no way anyone could get on these stairs right now. We don't have proper summer sun right now, but I will be damned if I leave this part of Puglia without actually going into the sea. We are in the coastal towns of Puglia. This is why we're here. And I do want to, even if it's just with my ankles or cankles. So, with that said, I suggest let's quickly rush to the car. We'll drive 10 minutes out of Monopoli. There's a really, really beautiful beach over there. So we arrived at Calete di Torre Cintola, where you can find basically a complex of ruins, some of them from a 16th century watchtower against pirates. The rest of them, basically erosion in limestone over millennia. Very majestic you are there.
This is really cool. And it's nice that you have sand as well.
It's a really cool spot.
Yeah, it's quite unique, right? I've
Quite
never
unique.
seen a beach like this.
Yeah, quite unique and obviously now empty. I'm guessing it might be more populated at peak season. I don't know. But yeah, really unique place. Never seen anything like it. So if you do want to come here and take advantage of this awesome spot, just know that it's free.
And the cool thing is that there aren't waves, so yeah, it's super safe, I would
Yeah,
say,
it's
if
quite
you're not a
protected,
good
yeah.
swimmer. However, be careful because it's quite slippery, and Horia actually slipped and fell on his butt, but I didn't manage to film it, so
Yeah, but
sadly.
the butt cushioned the blowout,
Yes.
so it's all good.
Yes, lucky you ate all that pasta.
All right, we're done here. We ended up coming back into the old town here in Monopoli for dinner. We found a perfect traditional osteria to have our final dinner here, and I couldn't be more excited, honestly. I think we may have left, incidentally or not, what's best for last, because Osteria San Giovanni was absolutely incredible. It was probably one of my favorite meals this year.
Yeah, same. It's a new restaurant, so it's not that well known.
Tomorrow morning we're checking out from our Airbnb here in Monopoli, and we're driving for less than an hour away to...
Alberobello. We'll be staying in an actual trullo, and I'm super, super excited to see how it is.
Thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys can get some value and some inspiration for your next trip to Monopoli and Polignano Mare.
And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.
And we'll definitely see you in the next one.